Oh my gosh, first on. Top of the class, gold star for my girl. Hello, darling. 7 people on already. I'm here practicing. It's been a bit of a... Oh, Kate Hales, she's watching. She's watching. I'm on. What happened to my hair? I look like I've been dragged through a bush backwards. I just didn't get to the hair. But, you know, there's something very sort of... I don't know. Kate Bushian, what can I describe my hair as being? Through a bush backwards, go ye. It's still got a sort of 70s thing to it. Rhino, hi, darling. Doug, Nixon, what the fuck are you doing up? I love you. God, do I love you. For fuck's sake. Okay, Mike Waddington, hello, darling. It's our Wednesday, for fuck's sake. Here we go. Rhino. Pedro second. Pedro. Gold star. Pedro, my hair's just gone absolutely. I mean, we're all having... Pedro's got big hair. Mine's out of control. I don't know what to do. Emma Doubleday. Hello, lovely lady. Back to you. Many, many a heart there. I love that. Look, I'm just doing my hair as I look at you. Not at all vain, you understand. Shelley Gobroski. Joanna. Sophia Galileo. Hello, darlings. Hello. Brenda, hello. Brenda's watching. Here we go. Let's get this. Kevin Allbinder. Get the pastrami going. I have not eaten food like that for so long, I don't even know what it is anymore. My hair looks tan to me? I think you mean fine. Thank you, Pedro. It is tan. It is a kind of colour. It is a sort of tan colour, but with a bit of hair now. David Lassen, greetings from Milwaukee. Yeah, well, I need a real haircut. You know, boo fucking who, mate. Look at this. Look what's happening here. I have become my own hairdresser, and actually I think most of us are realising that, hey Steve, most of us are realising that if it works, like mine is working, shit, all the money I've wasted, all these, but we do like a pampering, don't we? We like a pampering, that's the thing. Hello, Sylvia Pauls Sveinsson. Oh, Sylvia Pauls Sveinsson from Canada, eh? Sunny hair, there he goes, that's right, sunny hair, thank you, Pedro. As long as it's not runny hair, I'm happy. Maggie Vesey, hello. Sheffield. Hello, my loves. Philip Doyle, Belfast. I got the foot in mouth. Belfast, I love you. You know I love you. That accent, I just love you so much. I do. Emma Doubleday gave herself a quarantine fringe. Was that with a tiny cheese knife? Just asking. I want to keep this one going for the rest of my life, you understand. Gave herself a quarantine fringe. Well, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I mean, it could have been like the ones that we had when we were kids. Remember the pudding bowl? Did you have a pudding bowl one like I did when I was a kid? And my mother cut my hair. Pretty well, actually. But the fringe. Fucking hell. For fuck's sake. Here we go. MG Ken's... Martin from Scotland. I'm loving your videos, love. Your beautiful music, down-to-earth chat and infectious energy. It's the steroids, mate. It's the steroids. Thank you, darling. I love that. Here we go, Stephen Burke. My hair was cut in 80-something. No, here we go. Soup bowl, that's it, soup bowl. Mark, hey there, Burn, hey, Switzerland. And Penny is watching. Mark, I realised that when you said, remember when I called Cuomo, I called him his father's name and you said, he's dead. And I thought, hang on, mate, you're going a bit far. And then I realised the error of my ways. I was talking about Andrew Cuomo being incredible, not his deceased father. Sorry about that. A few weeks back. Peter Schwab, hello everyone. Derek, hello Aylesbury, hello everyone. So here's what I'm doing today. I started off thinking that I was going to be talking about something completely different. And then this morning, in a fit of mad pique and a sudden need to do something with my hair, I decided, fuck that. For fuck's sake, I thought, I'm doing a completely different thing. I think we all need a bit of a cheer up. I'm not going to talk about masks. I'm not going to talk about all that shit. No. I'm going to take you down memory lane with me. Because today's theme is Deja Vu all over again. So come with me, won't you? While I take you down memory lane that you didn't even know was a memory or a lane in the first place. First of all, let me just touch upon something. Remember a few weeks ago, many weeks ago, I did my version of I Touch Myself. When I think of Lou Rawls or Lou Rawls, I touch myself. For fuck's Kevin, yes. Oh, yes, for fuck's sake. My wife is cutting my hair. Fuck that. I love all the fucking... Can you imagine my horror when I realized that if I'd only waited, I could have got so much more mileage out of it. I'm talking about, here we go. I don't want anybody else, but when I think of meatballs, I touch myself. Or when I think of flat packs, I touch myself. Or my favorite, I don't need anybody else, but when I think of Ingmar, I touch myself. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And Ingmar, by the way, I think is a table lamp for an office. I think that's it. Can we just all, for a minute, take some time out and think about the woman masturbating in IKEA in China? Truly, truly made my heart lift. It made me feel good to be alive. You know why? Because I'm fed up with the what's coming out of China. Is there somebody else in Wu? No. This was like opening a new book. It was a new page in our history. No, forget the coronavirus. Masturbating in IKEA. Who hasn't wanted to do that? God knows. It's the kind of place where you feel so sexy, don't you? Or is it stressed and anxious and like you need to take some kind of pills? I don't know which it is. But the woman who decided that she was going to go from chair to chair, from room to room, try out different things, masturbate on camera. We know it was before the coronavirus because nobody was wearing a mask and they're good about that. I just want to say I was robbed. My new version of I Touch Myself, had I known the woman was going to do the masturbating, the self-onanism in IKEA, can you imagine? Anyway, I want to share that with you. But can you explain why she would do that? Do you think this is China's way of trying to distract us from the wet markets and the pangolins? I'd love a pangolin, by the way. They are the cutest. Are they not adorable? Is that what's going on? Let's distract the rest of the world. I know it's all from, but hey, look, there's a woman masturbating. Is it like a Trump thing? Look over here, distract. Look what's happening over here. Look, woman masturbating. Anyway, back to my deja vu theme. Here we go, people. What have we got here? Dan Zuma, hey darling. Yes, so we have. Philip Doyle. She was left with an extra screw. Philip, I bet you're wishing at some point that you hadn't said that, mate. However, it's between friends and I love you. You know that. Hang on. Yeah. I do want to share that with you. I do. Until they have to put the flat pack together. I know. Let's see how she does then, eh? I'd like to see where she keeps her tiny tool. Anyway, back we go to Deja Vu, my theme for today. So, like I said, I was going to start... to Hannah, sorry, happy birthday. I was like, no, how late are you? And by the way, thanks for getting my birthday. So I'm going to tell you something about what just happened. My man Friday, Iggy Severa, in Britain, who takes care of me and all that is mine when I'm in my, my British home, because of course I'm a Brit and I live in London and I live in America too, live in New Orleans. And he said to me something that actually did my fecking head in. He said to me, he told me about the new act that's coming in Britain. You know, the one that says that if you come over to Britain, if you come over, you have to be in isolation. You have to be in self-isolation for 14 days. And it's obviously, that's obviously what would have to happen. But people, I plummeted. I just went down because I've been, that thing about when you're in denial about movement and getting somewhere. And because I'm 6,000 miles away from my sister and my home and my friends and everything. And I suddenly thought, oh my God, this makes it real. Now, I know this is ridiculous. I know this is. But for the first time in my life, since I first came to America, I realized I couldn't just up and get on a plane, go wherever I wanted, when I wanted, go back, do anything I wanted. And it really shocked the hell out of me. I mean, it is hard when you're that far away, And right now I want to get on a fucking plane. I want to go to fucking Britain and then I want to go to fucking Ireland to see my sister, but I can't. And that's all right, because we've got something so much more important that's going on right now. But, however, what this brought up was how much it made me feel about like I felt when I first came over here. Can I share a story with you, please, about how I got here in the first place? Because it's a humdinger. Pedro, you might want to lie down and go to sleep during this one. You know this story so well. I have to tell you about how I got here and how I first felt when I got here, which is exactly like this. Slightly trapped, slightly unable, as we all are feeling right now, to just move, to go, to be with. I know we're all feeling this way. So let me share what I think is one of my finest and funniest stories, because it's about me and what an absolute loser, naive I used to be. So let me take you back. We're in London now. We're in London. I'm very young, I'm very depressed, I'm very broke. I've just done a week's show. I should be playing, shouldn't I? I should be doing I've just done a week's show at Ronnie Scott's. It had been an amazing week. But I was broke again. This is making me feel slightly nauseous. So I was broke again, and a friend, I thought was a friend, said to me, there's this jazz gig that I do every week, and I can't do it this week. I'm going away with my boyfriend. Do you want to sub? Do you want to sit in and do it for me? And it's great money, and it's a really beautiful jazz venue in a hotel down in Chelsea Harbour. And I said yes, of course. And it turned out that it was a brunch gig, just about hanging on to the entrance to the restaurant, pretty much in the lobby. And it was a 4-hour gig. You know, you do those ones. You do the 4-hour. It's how you get to be a good pianist. You just work. We all do this. This is how you learn. So I find myself in this situation where I'm doing what I always do, which is my own version of covers, because as you all know, as I've told you, I don't read or write, so I do the covers myself and to sound like mine. And every so often I throw in one of my own songs. And I'm being abused by the maitre d', who keeps asking me, what is this shit? It's French. You're playing every time I played one of my own songs, which is a big inspiration and confidence builder. And then perhaps the all-time low, the American couple that walked up to me and asked me, did I know anything from Cats? Yes, people, these things do happen to us. That notwithstanding the fact that I said no, perhaps slightly brusquely, I then proceeded to play one of my own songs. I then hear this applause coming from behind me, this absolutely rabid applause. I turn around, and standing behind me is what seems to be Derek Smalls from Spinal Tap, Christopher Guest, Nigel Tufnell, and a little person who looks very much to be an elf from Stonehenge. Now, this is one of those situations where you think, well, this will never happen again. What the fuck? For fuck's sake, in fact. Perhaps my first ever use of the term. Gabriele Nicotra, hello, che cosa? Cats, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I'm shouting. I'm so loud. Anyway. So, I can't believe this. I jump forward, and it's Harry. It's my husband, Harry Shearer. And he's got all the facial hair, and he's grown the facial hair, and he's had the hair extensions, so they're as long as mine, and he looks like Derek Smalls. And he says, you're playing your own music, aren't you? And I said, yes. And it was like a ning, 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 ning. And yeah, I fell for Derek Smalls. Don't. And he said, I'm going to go upstairs and change. I'll be back, and it'd be nice to talk a bit more with you. And I thought, change, I'll see what he comes back down in a different shirt. Same hair, same everything. He and Danny the elf. And they sit close by me, but not in the actual area I'm playing in, because they would have had to pay for brunch and they were too cheap. And so I continued playing, and then I finished my 4 hours, and I asked Harry if he'd like a drink, and he says yes, and then I realize I have no money, and it goes on, and then I run around the corner and try and get money from the cash point, and then in the meantime, somebody's run after him to say, why didn't you pay your bill? What kind of person like? Anyway, it's awful. Everything it's for fuck's sake, from start to finish. However, I've always known that my strength was music. Meche Kazoo! Harry is super cool. He is. Now, during this conversation, let me tell you, the funniest thing of all happened. Remember, I was an Olympiad at depression. My whole life had been about hiding my illness from people, making sure that nobody could see what was really going on inside of me with the anxiety and the depression. So I was like I am now, but I was acting. So when Harry, we were fishing around asking each other about each other's partners, and when Harry said to me, do you have a significant other? It was all very Victorian, very proper. And I said, no, I didn't mention the fact that I had a thing about Americans and had been on a long, like, cycle of just American dating. And no. And I said the same to him, and what about you? And he said, well, I was, you know, I've just finished with my girlfriend, and she's a singer-songwriter. And I said, oh, what went wrong? Never, you know, I couldn't leave it there. And he said, well, she was very depressed. She really struggled with depression, quite badly. And I, without even, like this right now, imagine me, I just said these words. Oh, that's not anything that I've ever had a problem with myself. Bing. He believed me because men do. You ask a man to tell you something, they'll give you the honest truth. You'll say, do you like those Hawaiian shirts you're wearing? And they'll say, oh yeah, I love them. Really like them a lot. I will always wear them. I say to a woman, do you struggle with mood swings? No, absolutely not. Never have, never. Sometimes I just drop crockery. That's all. I'm clumsy. So, anywho, moving forward, he goes back to America. I've given him a song that I've written for him because that's my calling card. Because, you know, if you're a model, you have the body and all the thing and the glamour. And if you're whatever, you use your strengths. Well, I use my music because that I know is how I get to the heart of a person who loves music. Come on. And Harry is a big music lover and a great musician and has a thing for singers, it turns out. Did I mention the first wife? Anyway, he sends me a ticket. He says, he calls me up. He gets to America. He's fallen in love. He's heard the song. He's fallen in love. And he calls me up and says, I'm sending you a ticket. Do you have a passport? Can you come over and I'm working in New York. Come over and spend a week. And I went, yeah, of course I've got a passport. No, I don't have no. So I queue for 8 hours to get a passport so that I haven't been lying to myself and the world. And then wonderful Harry sends me that FedEx. Yeah, that wonderful FedEx that came with that business class ticket, that Virgin Atlantic ticket to take me over to New York, where I would be met by a limo and where I'd be taken to the studio that he was working at to do the TV show. And it was fantastic. And my friends took me to the airport and I had my ticket and I had my new passport, completely spotless. And they said, should we wait? And I went, no, hubris, thy name is hubris. And I said, no, you go, because I'm flying business. And so I went up to the counter and there was the Virgin Atlantic lady. Remember the Virgin, have we all, Brits, you'll know this. Yeah. I fucking love this story too, darling. Chris Graham, you know this story. I go up to the thing and the Virgin Lady Atlantic, she's wearing one of these as well. She goes, hello, how can I help you this afternoon? Traveling business? I said, yes, I am. Plonk. Arrogance. Hubris. Plonk. And she goes, oh, lovely. I've got your passport here. Lovely. Now, what do you have? Now, do you have anything else with this here? Do you have another form of, well, do you have a ticket? And I said, well, that's the ticket that I've presented you, my bit. And she said, no, what you've actually given me there, darling, what you've given me are the plastic covered receipts from the front of the FedEx that the ticket came in, you see. Could I have some laughter, please? If you don't understand what I'm saying, you know how on the front of a FedEx you get these? I had never received a FedEx in my life. I didn't even know what a FedEx was. I'd lived under a rock. I'd lived in a world of depression and of hiding and of not really being in the real world. Yes, please laugh. Thank you. People are laughing hysterically on the floor. I had torn off the front plastic covered receipts because they looked officious. I hadn't seen the arrow that said tear here. I hadn't even noticed it was an envelope. Thank you. Emma Doubleday is having some kind of fit. Well, Bernard, you just missed the funniest story in the world. What can I say? For fuck's sake. So she said, it's all right, darling, because she said my bottom lip was trembling. Bottom lip trembling. She said, it's all right, darling. Go back home, look in the bin, see where the FedEx is. There's a ticket in there. I'll put you in the afternoon flight. All right, she thought I was going to have a stroke. I go home with the 50 pence I can get back with my bags. Because I go back, FedEx, look at this, tear here. Open, there's the ticket. I get back. I go back 4 hours late. I have no number for Harry. I miss the limo. He doesn't know where I am. I get to the hotel 4 hours late. I look like a drowned rat. No one helps me to carry my bags. It's the Paramount Hotel, room 1709. I wrote a song about that. I knock on the door, and a man I've never seen in my entire life, complete stranger, opens the door, and I went, I'm so sorry, I got the wrong room. And I walk off, and the stranger says, Judith, my husband of the future has shaved all his hair off, as in all the facial hair. And now I'm faced with a person I've never met in my life. It is not Derek Smalls. I don't know who this man is, but I'm sharing a bed with him. And it's a bedroom in the Paramount, which means it's the size of a suitcase. Heaven forbid that you would get off the bed too fast. You'd be concussed by the edge of the bath. So it's terrifying. I hurl myself on the bed. I think this might be the first minute, but maybe not, that he realized something was not quite right. In the state of Denmark, myself. I sobbed for an hour, and ladies and gentlemen, that's how I came to America. When I finally did come back and got here for real, it was even sadder, and I'll tell you that story another time, perhaps. But let's just say that when the man at immigration said to me, business or pleasure, I said, well, there's this man that I've met, and I really think this could be it. I just think that maybe this could be my future. I don't know, but it's just like, and I never thought I'd be married, but I really think that this could, yes. I was taken away to a room for 3 hours and questioned. And only after they'd gone through everything did they realize that I was a simpleton, that there was something really wrong with me, and that I'd been telling the truth. What they did say was, you can't leave for 6 months. You're gonna have to marry this man, or go back to Britain and sort it out. If it's for real, then, you know. And so Harry, who is Saint Harry for some of us, Saint Harry, patron saint of ignored mood swings, he stopped by me, and luckily was the guy, and was my partner in future, and was everything that I could ever have asked for. But let me tell you, when I first came to America, knowing that I couldn't leave, knowing that I was stuck, I felt exactly like I do today. So, wonderful people watching, I'm going to share with you a medley for Britain, because this is really what I was getting to. I like the idea of doing these two together, because I'm going to start with a saddie, and then I'm going to go to something fun and wonderful. But this is for Britain. This is how I'm feeling right now. This is exactly how I felt when I first came here. Isn't it crazy? But this is for you. This is for all of us who are feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit pained that we can't get to those we love. It's called Song of an Immigrant. I am far away from my country. I am far away from my home, from the steel grey hills of my fathers that still haunt me whenever I am alone. I can see the face of my mother, of the friends and lovers I have known, and I yearn for these simple pleasures, these things called home. And your golden gate cannot soothe me, and your skies of blue make me sigh for the rains that fall straight from heaven, for the childhood that that must have passed me by. So may I lay my head on your shoulder, may I rest my hand on your own, 'cause I am oh so tired, I am older, and I yearn for all the things I've known. These things called home. Yes, exactly that feeling. But I'm not going to leave you feeling sad. Don't you worry. Oh, don't you worry. I'm going to leave you on an upper, because here's the thing. Along with the sadness and the heartbreak and missing my sister and my dad and my sister missing me and everything else, there was also this feeling of being trapped in a house with a man I hardly knew. It can almost be equaled by the feeling I have today of being trapped in a house with a man I think I almost know, and being irritated by him and he by me. So here's a song about wishing that I could just get on a fucking plane and come back to Blighty. Darlings, it is Blighty. Here we go. Bad feeling about us. It's like trying to stand up when you're being hit by a gust of wind. I've spent so many years just hanging around. Now it's time to go back to my hometown. You know, London is calling. I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason. Feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way back to Blighty again. To sort out, it's too hard to discuss. I've spent so many years just hanging around. Now it's time to go back to my hometown. You know, London is calling. I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason. Feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way back to Blighty. Weather sometimes, what I wouldn't give for a late ride in a black cab or a double-decker. 'Cause I've got a really bad feeling about us. It's like trying to stand up when you've been hit by a gust of wind. Well, so many years just hanging around. Now it's time to go back to my hometown. London is calling, I don't understand it, but I'm on my way. I don't need a reason, feels like holiday season, and I'm on my way back to Blighty again. Yes, back to Blighty again. Yeah, back to Blighty again. Yeah, back to ladies and gents, ladies and germs, boys and girls. What can I say? Thank you for sharing with me today. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you, Harry Shearer, for putting up with this mood-swinging lunatic that I am. But I did get better. But sometimes the odd cup does fall. Thank you so much, Pam, for these gorgeous flowers. Woo! Pam Halstead. Oh, yes. Now the news. What can I tell you? Tomorrow, we have episode 3 of the Super Divas, in which operatic star Ariana Uniboubelis, good friend of mine, shares her new concept. It's radical. Mindful eating. It's incredible. And shows us how to be a Valkyrie and yet eat like a bird. Mindful eating, people, tomorrow. Yes, indeed. You can see it from 2 o'clock. It'll be up on Facebook. All good places where we care about shit. Now, Saturday, I'm also going to be putting back up, or for the first time for many of you, the a cappella that I did for the Mayor's Fund for All Together Now in LA. And that's, of course, of the fabulous Lilian Sklar, Pedro Segunda, and myself doing my song Under Your Door. So you'll be able to see that on Saturday. And I'll see you again Sunday at 2 o'clock or at 10 o'clock or whatever the fuck it is, whether you're having, some milk and an espresso or that pint of wine. Who cares? I love you guys. Thank you for sharing that with me. And what can I say? Sunday, it will be history repeating. History repeating. Take care of yourselves. Keep those masks on. I'll see you in a few days. All right. Lots of love. Mwah! Bye, guys. Oh, finally, when will we see Dame Notting Like Her? Very soon. Very soon, I've been told. Dame Notting Like Her. Yeah, she's in the old style, like the Shirley Bassey type style of things. She's got a couple of tips and she's coming up very soon. We got one more, maybe a couple more from Ariana, and then she hands the baton over to Dame Notting Like Her. So lots to look forward to there. Thank you all so much for just hanging on in with me. Can I hear one more? For fuck's sake. Darlings, pull on through. We're all getting it through this together. You know that's bullshit because I stumbled on it. Without you, none of this. No. New shirt. See you Sunday. Love you all. Mwah!